Afternoon, all of you. Hope you can hear me, all of you. Hema?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, fine. So, in continuation, we are going to discuss radial nerve. So, which nerve we have? What are the various nerves we are done with? Axillary nerve, musculocutaneous nerve, median nerve. These are the three nerves we have already done. Today, we will be doing radial nerve and ulnar nerve. So that finishes all the nerves. Then in the next class, I'll take the joints. Okay. So now radial nerve, what is, so from which cord of the brachial plexus do we see the radial nerve formed?
Posterior.
Posterior cord. See,
Posterior.
this is, yeah. So now see here, see this is like you have C5, C6 roots, like this is upper trunk, middle trunk, lower trunk, isn't it? Each trunk will have anterior and posterior divisions. The posterior divisions of the upper trunk, middle trunk and lower trunk, three of them join to form the posterior cord. So from the posterior cord, if you observe, the thickest of all the nerves is radial nerve. Okay, because the posterior divisions of upper trunk, middle trunk, lower trunk, everything is involved. That's the reason the root value is C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. Can you see here? Radial nerve, root value C5, C6, C7, C8, T1. Because the posterior divisions of upper trunk, posterior division of middle trunk and posterior division of lower trunk, all the three are involved in the formation of the posterior cord. Okay, so that is radial nerve. So it is the largest branch. Now if you look at this brachial plexus itself, it is thicker than median nerve, what we have studied yesterday. It's quite thick. Okay, so where is it supplying? Radial nerve? हंसराज, radial nerve distribution कहाँ पे है बेटा? Radial nerve
Extensors.
extensor compartment of
Forearm.
Forearms.
and forearm. Everything. Extensor compartment of arm, extensor compartment of forearm. Okay. So these are the muscles which are supplied by radial nerve. Even cutaneous supply of the dorsum of the hand, maximum. You will see radial nerve. Okay. Now, can you name the extensor? See, if we discuss like this, you will remember more. Chavi, can you tell me what is the muscle you have in the extensor compartment of arm behind? What are the muscles we have there?
Biceps.
Triceps, very good. Triceps, yeah. Triceps is the only muscle we find here behind. Okay. Now, what are the muscles we find in the extensor compartment of forearm? Many muscles we have studied. No? Who will name them? Hansraj will define. Hansraj
I
will
will start with brachioradialis.
Excellent. Brachioradialis.
Extensor carpi radialis longus. Extensor carpi radialis brevis. Extensor
digitorum. Extensor carpi ulnaris.
Adductor pollicis
Extensor
longus.
digiti minima.
Pollicis brevis.
Abductor. Extensor
longus. Extensor or one more is there.
Extensor indicis.
Extensor digiti minima. Extensor carpi ulnaris.
Okay, nice. You
Extensor
told
indicis. So much.
One I mean, internal muscle, like deep muscles. Three I told.
Ma'am, excuse me. Even ma'am, 1 minute. Even anconeus and supinator also will come.
Yeah. Anconeus and supinator also will come. Very good. Okay, all these muscles are supplied by radial nerve. Okay, so radial nerve, if you remember, see, we will discuss like this. Anyhow, I will show all the PowerPoint slides. During its course, you have seen intermuscular spaces, no? So in which intermuscular space do you see radial nerve, Chavi? Abhinav? How many intermuscular spaces do we have? 3. So in which intermuscular space do you see this, beta? Abhinav? We have upper quadrangular space, upper triangular space, lower triangular space. What is your answer? Radial nerve is found in which space? Lower triangular space. Along with which nerve? Along with which vessel it runs?
Profunda brachiae.
Profunda brachiae artery. If you remember the boundaries there, you can write under the course of radial nerve. Okay. So, Hansraj, can you tell me the boundaries in the lower triangular space? ऊपर कौन सी मजिल है? Medially क्या है? Laterally क्या है? हाँ, teres major ऊपर है. हाँ. Medially, long head of triceps, laterally, shaft of the humerus. Shaft of the humerus. Okay. Okay, so that means वहाँ से it will come to. Did you see the cubital fossa, radial nerve? Yes. MBBR, MBBS or MBBR? We saw there also.
Superficial branch.
That means it is dividing there into superficial and deep. Deep branch is also called as posterior interosseous nerve. Okay. Superficial branch was running just below which muscle? Hansraj told the very first muscle. The same muscle is that.
Brachioradialis.
Brachioradialis. It runs just below brachioradialis, superficial branch. Nice. Okay, so this is just a general idea. Okay, something like a lid opener, so that once we proceed, you will recollect more. So we will see the course. Radial nerve is an essay question, beta. Pakka 15 marks question. Okay. So we will see its course in the axilla, okay, in the arm, in the cubital fossa, in the forearm. Okay. Now see here. See, this is, you are finding in the axilla. Just now you told, like, see, these are the various cords of the brachial plexus, no? So what is the name of this artery? Subclavian artery continuing as axillary, axillary continuing as brachial. Isn't it? You can't see radial nerve here. Why don't we see radial nerve here? Because it is situated below this brachial artery. Behind, पीछे की तरफ है ना? इसका distribution पूरा पीछे ही है. Extensor compartment. You can't see here. Okay. So it is descending. See it behind third part of axillary artery. Okay, which muscle divides the course of axillary artery into three parts? Which muscle? Pectoralis. Pectoralis minor. Pectoralis minor. तो ये तीसरी, इसके नीचे जो भी है, like that is the third part of axillary artery. If you lift this, you will see the radial nerve. Can you name this nerve, beta, which is formed like V? This window is not nice.
Median.
Median, jo yesterday what we have studied.
Median. No.
Median, very good. Median. This picture is very good. In fact, you are not seeing. You are seeing radial nerve here. This one is radial nerve. That means if you lift this axillary artery below this, uske niche, kinda, dini kindundi beta. Okay. So it descends behind the third part of the axillary artery. Okay, in front of this muscle subscapularis. This is latissimus dorsi and teres major in the posterior wall of the axilla. These are the three muscles. We know they form the posterior wall of the axilla. So it runs over these muscles. Okay, don't read any of these things. Just now we were discussing, no, three spaces, intermuscular spaces. This is upper triangular space. This is, we have, this is quadrangular space, upper triangular space, lower triangular space. So we have just discussed the boundaries, no? See, this is the superior boundary which is formed by teres major muscle. This is medial boundary. This is near to midline because you are finding scapula here. So medially it is formed by long head of triceps. Long head of triceps. Laterally you are finding humerus bone, shaft of the humerus. So this is lower triangular space. Okay, this. Now we know like radial nerve is coming behind. Okay, its course is not seen in front. It's running behind along with profunda brachiae artery. Profunda brachiae artery is a branch of which artery? Chavi?
Brachial.
Brachial artery. Okay, it's fine. Brachial artery. Okay, largest branch coming from brachial artery is profunda brachiae. If you carefully observe, see here, now the one which is cut here is the lateral head and the deep one which is labeled here is medial head. That means what? Radial nerve is now running between two heads of triceps. No? The lateral head is cut and you are seeing the medial head. Now, see here, it is piercing this septum, this side. If you understand this picture, you will write in your own words. It is piercing the lateral intermuscular septum. And further course, you are not seeing radial nerve behind. This is posterior view or anterior view of arm?
Posterior.
Posterior view, because you are seeing triceps, piche ki taraf, behind, venaka. Okay. So when you see, can you see further course of radial nerve here? No.
No.
No. So that means it is after piercing lateral intermuscular septum, it is coming in front. Where is it coming?
Forearm, laterals. Okay, cubital fossa.
Cubital fossa. It pierces here and it comes in the cubital fossa. Is it present most medially or most laterally? MBBR. So is it medial or lateral?
Lateral.
It is lateral. Okay. So see, this is all lateral direction only. Okay. So if you understand this picture, you will write in your own words. Now see what is texted here. So you see here, inclines dorsally to lower triangular space. Okay. Already Hema told us it is accompanied by profunda brachiae artery. Okay, here you have these boundaries: superiorly teres major, medially long head of triceps, laterally shaft of the humerus. Isn't it, as Hansraj told us? Then this groove, what we have studied when we were doing osteology of humerus, I told you this is spiral groove or radial groove. I told you this, suppose when the humerus is fractured here, then you will see extensors will be paralyzed, triceps and all extensor compartment is gone. Person will not be able to do extension, isn't it? So it is passing through the spiral groove. Okay, so between long head and medial head. Okay, then passes downwards and laterally it is lying in direct contact with the humerus, deeper inside between the lateral and medial head of triceps. Okay, so which intermuscular septum is it piercing?
Lateral.
Lateral intermuscular septum it pierces, and then you can see what is this fossa you are finding?
Cubital.
Cubital fossa. So we know this is the medial one. So can you name this nerve?
Medial.
Median nerve. Very good. Can you name this artery? MBBR.
Brachial artery.
Brachial artery. Can you name this aponeurosis?
Bicipital.
Bicipital aponeurosis. Can you name this nerve?
Radial.
Radial nerve.
Superficial branch of radial.
Running below which muscle? Excellent, Hansraj. Running below which muscle?
Brachial.
Excellent. Very good. So now you can write relations in this way. Think, analyze and study. It becomes easy for you. Okay, beta. So now see, it was all behind, but it has pierced the lateral intermuscular septum. Now it is entering into the anterior compartment of lower part of the arm. Then it is running between brachioradialis and extensor carpi radialis longus muscles laterally. And you will see, if you lift this muscle is nothing but brachialis, which is forming medial relation. Okay. Now in front of the lateral epicondyle, 1 centimeter lateral to this biceps tendon, this white tendon, you just measure, it is 1 centimeter lateral to biceps tendon. It is now dividing into 2 branches. This branch which is running below brachioradialis, you use the word it as superficial branch. That's the reason you use the code either MBBS or MBBR, isn't it? S in the sense superficial branch of radial nerve. For the contents of cubital fossa, M median nerve, B brachial artery, B bicipital aponeurosis, R is radial nerve. Some people use the word MBBS. S is nothing but superficial branch of radial nerve, which is running below brachioradialis. Then what is this branch? This is
posterior
deep branch, also called as posterior interosseous. Okay, very good. Now see here, what is the name of this muscle? Chavi, ये वाली muscle कौन सी है? Supinator, no? Supinator. So it goes deep to supinator. Which nerve? Deep branch, also called as the posterior interosseous nerve. Okay, so like try to understand the diagrams. You automatically will write in your own words. Okay, just your small viva. What is the name of this nerve, beta, which is going deep to flexor retinaculum?
Median.
Median nerve. Very good. This nerve also we will be discussing today. That is ulnar nerve. Ulnar. This we have discussed yesterday, isn't it? Median. Okay. Now see, superficial branch, as Hansraj was telling us. So it is sensory Okay, it is downwards along the lateral aspect of the forearm under the cover of this muscle brachioradialis. Okay, it is resting on supinator. Pronator teres is the one which is cut, which was forming the medial boundary of the cubital fossa, flexor digitorum superficialis, and flexor pollicis longus. Okay, it is running like this. Okay, then if you just measure from here till here, 7 centimeters above wrist, you are not seeing this nerve here. Why? That means now it is again making a twisted entry. It will be seen on the dorsum, not in front. Piche chale ja rahi. Again, it's going behind beta. If you see just 7 centimeters above the wrist, it passes deep to the tendon of brachioradialis, winds around the lateral side of the radius, pierces the deep fascia. Okay, you see. Do you remember anatomical snuff box? There, the chief content you saw was radial artery, where we check the radial pulse. Now, see here. See, this nerve is the superficial branch of the radial nerve. Okay. So, it is now entering into the dorsum of the hand. Okay. It descends over the abductor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis brevis, extensor pollicis longus. Okay. These muscles. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Abductor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis brevis, and extensor pollicis longus. It goes like this and appears in the dorsum of the hand, superficial to the extensor retinaculum. This also we have studied. Its compartments, and every tendon, what is passing through each compartment. So it divides into 5 dorsal digital nerves. Yesterday we have studied digital branches of median nerve, no beta? 3.5 digits it was supplying. So this is dividing into 5 dorsal digital nerves, supplies the lateral half of dorsum of hand. I will show you one more picture, you will understand better. Okay, lateral 2.5 digits, excluding terminals. Terminals will be supplied by median. Diagrammatically, you will understand better. Okay, course is superficial branch has finally coming where? Over the dorsum of the hand. Okay, is it clear? See, this is the supply. Okay, before I will just revise. This was our super.
Ma'am, which branch enters the snuff box?
This branch only, no beta, superficial branch. You are
superficial
seeing. You can see, no beta, this is so clear. This is radial artery. This is superficial branch of radial nerve and cephalic vein. Three are the chief contents. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just revising fast superficial branch. I hope you remember the course. That lower triangular space, lateral intermuscular septum, then comes in front. So it is dividing into superficial branch and deep branch. We are not talking about deep now. Superficial is running below the brachioradialis. Okay. And it is running over supinator, pronator teres, flexor digitorum superficialis, and flexor pollicis longus. Okay. Here it is disappearing. Why is it disappearing? It is coming behind over the dorsum, running over these muscles. Okay, then it will be supplying the dorsum of the hand. Where exactly? See here, this is your anatomical snuff box where it has passed through, superficial branch. Now see here, again you can use the same words what I have told you. CP, can you elaborate? Common and proper digital nerves.
Proper.
Isn't it? Proper. But you should not use palmar, because for median and ulnar we use the word common palmar digital arteries, proper palmar digital arteries, common palmar digital nerves, proper palmar. Here, these are not palmar, no, but these are dorsal nerves. Okay, this is palmar aspect and this is dorsal aspect, isn't it? So these are common nerves and these are proper digital nerves. Okay, so overall, how many fingers is it supplying? See here. 1, 2, and 3. But terminals are spared. There only green area is supplied. This is the cutaneous supply of the dorsum of the hand, which is supplied by which nerve now? Radial nerve. The terminals will be supplied by median nerve. Median. Okay, that is the difference. Now you can see everything better here. Okay, so now this is red in color is ulnar nerve. 3.5 digits yesterday you have studied, that is median, no? Palmar. Ulnar I didn't teach yet. Median is over. Now when you come behind, see, terminals were not given color. I told you terminals are supplied by which nerve? Yellow in color. Median. Median. Rest is like 2.5 digits on the dorsum is supplied by the same nerve, that is ulnar nerve. Ulnar nerve. Okay, this is the cutaneous supply. Cutaneous supply. Now coming to deep branch. What is this muscle between which the deep branch is moving? Supinator. Okay, so it's a mixed nerve. Obviously it is motor because it is supplying all extensor muscles what you have named. Okay, winds around the lateral side of the radius between the superficial and deep strata of supinator. Okay, it is descending in the back of the forearm. Okay, between the superficial and deep group of extensor muscles. Okay, so first it gives branch to, as soon as it pierces extensor carpi, radialis brevis and supinator, they receive the nerve supply. Okay, then see, this is supinator. You can see nicely how this is superficial branch which was running below the brachioradialis. This is deep branch which is running between the two heads, that is the humeral and ulnar heads of the supinator. Okay, so it is piercing the ulnar head, and now what is the name given to it, beta? What is the name deep branch is given now? Posterior interosseous nerve. Okay, posterior interosseous nerve. So whatever extensor muscles you have studied, like just now Hansraj told us, we have brachioradialis, extensor carpi radialis longus, extensor carpi radialis brevis, okay, supinator, then extensor digitorum, abductor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis brevis, okay. So extensor indicis we have, extensor carpi ulnaris, all these muscles, all extensor group, no exceptions. At least in the forearm, we had exceptions for two muscles, isn't it? We had two extension, but here there are no exceptions. Exclusively, all extensors, only one nerve, very easy to remember. If you remember the names of muscles, you just list it out. Okay? No. Then it will be going over the dorsum. So where you will find a pseudoganglion at the back of the wrist. Okay, pseudoganglion means it's a collection of neuroglial tissue. Okay, that is. So branches of radial nerve. Now see, in the axilla region. So I told you it is supplying. Chavi told us behind which muscle do we have? Only one muscle we have at the back of the arm. What is the name of the muscle we have there? Triceps. How many heads does it have? 3. What are those?
3.
Long head, lateral head which is cut, median, and medial head. Okay. So in the axilla, it is giving branches to long head. Okay. It's also giving branches to medial head. Okay. It accompanies behind the ulnar nerve. Okay. Now you can see this. Can you see like one of its branches is becoming cutaneous thin? Okay, it is continuing as posterior cutaneous nerve of arm. Okay, here. Posterior cutaneous nerve of arm. Okay, you can see this bluish area. Okay, so which is a branch coming from radial nerve only in the axilla region. Okay, and which is supplying this compartment. Posterior cutaneous nerve of arm. Okay, then. Now in the spiral groove, we know pretty well like it is running between which muscles. Okay, here it will supply the medial head. Okay, then posterior cutaneous nerve of forearm. Okay, then lower lateral cutaneous nerve of arm. Okay, these are the further cutaneous nerves which we will see coming from radial nerve. Okay, then these are all these are the branches of radial only. Okay, posterior cutaneous nerve of arm, posterior cutaneous nerve of forearm, and this is the superficial branch which was supplying the dorsum. All these are cutaneous nerves. That means behind cutaneous distribution is also taken care by radial nerve. Okay, then. So in the lower part of the arm, all muscular branches beta. So see here, triceps, brachioradialis, all names are given. If you remember the names of extensor muscles, you will write all names. Okay. Trunk of the radial nerve, triceps, lateral half of brachialis, brachioradialis, extensor carpi radialis longus. Brachialis is also supplied by which nerve beta? Hema? Chavi? Excellent, Hansraj.
Musculocutaneous.
Musculocutaneous. Okay. What is the name of the muscle if it is supplied by two nerves?
Hybrid.
Hybrid muscle. Hybrid muscle. Okay, very good. So all extensors, like all textbooks have given this picture beta. You have the list of all muscles here. Extensor carpi radialis longus, radialis brevis supinator carpi ulnaris, digitorum, digitae minimi, pollicis longus, abductor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis brevis, extensor indicis. You need to learn this picture beta because this is an essay question. One nerve which shows all the branches is important. Okay. You can also study from Chaurasia appendix chapter is there. Any book, Vishram Singh, Chaurasia, up to you, whichever is easy for you. Okay. So these are the cutaneous branches which I already told you. So radial nerve, its course, it may be damaged either in the axilla or in the spiral groove or in the elbow. Okay. So axilla is injured by the pressure of upper end of the crutch. This is actually called as crutch palsy. Okay. So whenever like radial nerve is damaged, all extensors are gone, isn't it? So loss of extension of elbow due to paralysis of triceps. If there is loss of extension at the wrist, then it may be leading to wrist drop. Okay. Then loss of extension of digits. Obviously, all extensors are exclusively supplied by radial nerve. Okay, loss of supination in extended elbow. Okay, this is wrist drop. Okay, radial nerve palsy. Okay, extensors will not be working. All flexors will be pulling the hand downwards. You cannot bring about this action like this because extensors are not working in case of radial nerve palsy. And obviously, if the radial nerve is paralyzed, the sensory loss is also there, isn't it? So this all sensory supply is also gone. Okay, so this is actually called as Saturday night palsy because weekend alcohol and all something like that. They generally sleep in the chair with this position of the arm and forearm because of which it is something like crutch palsy only. Okay, or sleeping like this. Okay, so this type of like because there will be compression of radial nerve in the radial groove or spiral groove. Okay, so sometimes wrongly placed intramuscular injection also. So that means it is coming much below the deltoid. That means if the injection is given in the spiral groove, very dangerous. That may also lead to this type of paralysis of radial nerve, Saturday night palsy. Okay, that is. So whichever was motor supply and sensory supply, everything is gone. Okay, beta? That is.
Ma'am, you said something 2.5 fingers. No, ma'am. Can you repeat that point?
Dorsum of the if you just look at the picture, you will understand better. Yeah, whatever red area is there, blue, yellow, and red. Okay, this is and this particular area. These are all cutaneous branches of radial nerve. Lower lateral cutaneous nerve, posterior cutaneous nerve of arm, forearm, and superficial branch. Okay, this terminal things I told you are supplemented by medial. But this 1.5 area is ulnar nerve.
Okay.
So
So
sensory
how
loss.
are these 2.5 fingers?
This one.
Yeah, this is 3.5 fingers, right?
Okay. 3.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 3.5. But terminal phalanges are not supplied.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So at elbow also sometimes there may be a compression, then you call it as radial tunnel syndrome. Okay, entrapment neuropathy. Between which muscle it is piercing beta? Supinator. Isn't it? So sometimes if the muscle fibers are inflamed or if there is any injury or inflammation, this nerve may be trapped over there. Okay, and obviously there will be pain along the distribution, and also the nerve supply will not be proper. Okay, that is. So this is reverse picture here. This is the lateral end. This is the brachioradialis. Okay, musculocutaneous nerve already I have discussed. So I will take you to ulnar nerve now. Okay, because only few minutes are left, I will